Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to assemble and install the Kallax Drawer System from IKEA. This is the drawers that go with the Kallax cubbies. Also the tools that you'll need, I'll put a link in the description below for everything that you see in this video where you can get it. The IKEA drill, a hammer, and a penny. Those are the only tools that you'll need that don't come with the drawer system. It's very simple. We'll go step by step. Let's get started. They come like this. There's 2 drawers per pack. I'll open it up, show you what's inside, and make it very simple to follow how to put this together. Okay, now that the plastic is off, I will show you. All of the hardware is actually in this cardboard sleeve. Okay, here's everything that you need, and it's worth going through and making sure that you have everything before you start. I did assemble one piece of IKEA furniture that did not have enough of the little wooden dowels, and it became a nightmare and I had to go back. So instead of putting the whole thing together and realizing you're missing parts, this is what it comes with. And these are the drawer pulls. These are the locking screws. These are wooden dowels. These are sharp short screws, plastic screws, stubby screws. These are the pads that you put on the drawer when you open and close. These are the rails. And now this little plastic piece you need, it's actually a tool for when you install it. You have the side panels and back panels, the drawer bottoms, the insert, and the drawer faces. So let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is put in the insert. I wiped it clean beforehand, and what you want to do, there's these little flaps on both sides. It's shorter on one side, and the wheels go in like this, so they're kind of oriented that way. You don't want to put this in upside down. So there's a stamp on this that says L, and a stamp on this side that says R. And so you just put it in, and you make sure that these flaps are folded in so that when you slide it, it goes just like that. The next thing you want to do is get this little tool, and you put this on the edge at the bottom and at the top to set the right depth of the insert. If you just screwed it in meeting this flush, it wouldn't, the drawers would stick out like that. So you need to make sure it's set back, and I like to do this initially and then back when I screw it in place. Okay, here we are. We've got the insert in, but it's not secured in place. We're going to use this little right angle tool to make sure that we have the depth set correctly. Once you bring it flush to this little plastic tool, make sure it's pressed against both edges at a nice right angle. Then you hold it in place, and you put in a screw in this first screw mark. There's 4 screws that need to go in, 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. And you use the sharp screw. Just put it in like that. Let's get it started. And I have this great little IKEA drill. I'll put a link in the description below of all these tools. And this really makes things handy. It's not charged. It's not charged all the way, but it does the job. It's a lot faster than using a hand screw, and it's only $10. Okay, so that one's in place, and we'll get to the next one. Okay, that's in place, and we just need to do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll get to the drawer assembly. Okay, next we are working on the drawer face, and we are going to use these 2 items here. This odd looking screw, if we can get it to focus, and this wooden dowel. Now you'll see there's 2 holes here. The bottom hole is going to have the wooden dowel. Just push that in with your hands, and then this one, it screws in. Now this is a bit tricky. You want to make sure you get it straight. You want to do it, not over tighten it. And so this is another time where I like to use this IKEA drill. You just go straight down. Once it stops, you can see if you can give it a little bit more tightness, but don't overdo that one. It'll rip out, and then you'll have a weak drawer. So we'll do this on the opposite side as well. Dowel in the bottom, and the bottom is where this line is. And this locking screw or whatever, IKEA doesn't really give names to the parts, they just have numbers. So, all right, that is that. So next we are going to use the side piece, and we are going to use the pieces that have this giant hole and these pieces here. So there's 3 holes. There's 3 holes cut here or drilled in. We're just going to be using the bottom 2, and this hole goes on the outside. So you put it on like this. You line it up like that and put it on. You want to be careful not to put any left or right stress on this, just go straight down. With that, we have this next step. You can see the locking screw, and then you have this nut, and you just place it on kind of in the vertical area, and you can see there's a little triangle. Put it on like that with a little triangle, and I just use a penny to tighten this. If you have a wide screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, you just tighten it in. It locks in place. You can feel it kind of almost snap into place, but don't over tighten that one either. We will do the same thing on this side. Again, we have the hole, and it goes in the bottom and the middle. Like that, so you can see the little metal piece in there. Okay, so we have a little bit better lighting here. So this is pushed in place, and then we will put this locking screw just right in there. And if you look at the shape of it, we're going to be pushing it in like this, so that kind of U is closed at the top, the triangle is at the bottom. Push it in, and then get a penny or a wide flathead screwdriver and turn it till it stops. Sometimes it feels like it snugs and kind of locks in place like that. So that was a 180-degree turn, and it's locked in place. So we're good for that. So at this point, your drawer should look like this, and we are going to be putting on the drawer bottom, and you want the white finished side facing up in the drawer, and it just goes into that slot like that down here. Fits right in there, and then we are going to put on the back piece, and it partially holds this, the rails hold it in as well. So it's okay if it kind of falls like that. Okay, so here's kind of an odd angle, but this is what we're dealing with here. Here's the bottom of the drawer, and the white side is facing up. Then we need to take this piece with the groove cut in it and these 2 holes on both sides, and we will be fitting it in these slots and this groove here into the drawer bottom. Once you get that in place, we're going to be using these plastic screws, and these are just basically friction fit in this hole. So just line up the drawer back into place, and once you have it in the right spot, it'll go in the hole. As you can see, I can use my thumb for some of the pressure, but it's going to require a little bit more than that to really get it solid. Okay, so I have this little hammer. You can just tap it in place. You'll know that it's secure as far in as it'll go if these are totally flush, there's no gap. And you need to repeat the same step on the opposite side. So I'll put it in this way just so you can see better. Make sure the holes are aligned. Put it in. go. All right, now the rest is very straightforward and very easy. We're going to be installing the rails. So the wheel goes on the back of the drawer, and the bottom of the rail supports the bottom of the drawer. There's really just two screws, and they are these short little stubby screws that go in here. Just kind of get it started, and there. So that's just dry placed, and you need a Phillips screwdriver to put those in. There's one and two. Again, you don't want to over tighten these. You want it snug, however, and this is the point of failure that I've found with these drawers. These two screws and this screw here. That will occasionally come loose, and you'll know if it's coming loose if this drawer isn't snug. If you pull the drawer open and there's kind of a gap there, you just need to tighten that. These can come loose, and then you'll notice that it doesn't slide out very well. So you can use Loctite or even some kind of maybe glue, not a lot of glue, just in case you do it wrong and you don't want it coming out and mucking up your rails. So let's go ahead and do it on the other side. Again, the wheel goes on the back. This side holds the bottom in place, and we have these two screws. Okay, so we have the first drawer more or less done, with the exception of the drawer pull. So we will just put the screw in there and screw it on like that, nice and snug. Now we also have the little damper pads that they give you. And when you put these on, the instructions are not very clear of where you really want to put these on. You want to put them on the outermost edge, because that's where it's actually hitting. And you may prefer, so you do it on the left and right. You can do it on the top and bottom, but you may prefer actually using a felt. If you're sensitive to noise, it dampens it a lot more than these. This is a dense hard rubber. All right, let's go ahead and put this in. See how it looks. Okay, so here we are. We have the insert screwed in. It's ready to go. Put the first drawer in, and perfect. Just a little dusty there. All right, so all you have to do is the second one, and you're ready to go. Okay, finished up the second drawer. Just go ahead and put that in place. Push it closed, and there you have it. Lovely. Now I'll be able to get more organized and get my work done. So if this video is helpful for you, please let me know in the comment section below. It really helps me out. Give this video a like and even a share if somebody you know or love needs to put these together. Also, if I saved you a headache, I have a tip jar. Every bit helps, even $1. That is on my About page. If you want more videos like this, click subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.